No, I don't have bra.
Man, don't nobody care about you wearing a bra. You ain't never wore a bra for none of my shows. I don't think nobody care about you letting them things hang.
But my friends is watching my ano, then listen.
Folks, welcome to tonight's little show.
You want bad news or good news?
Hey, you want the bad news or the good news?
You want bad news or good news? Good news is we eating right.
Yeah, the good news is the old lady is making tuna. Are you making tuna fried rice?
Yeah.
Call it typhoon stew. She's into my tuna emergency rations. But it's okay. It's okay. I got no big problem with it. Folks, the lighting's a little bit low in here because we got a burnout light bulb. Old single dad ain't got around to fixing the light bulb.
Choose no, bad news, good news.
Okay, so the bad news is, what's the bad news? Another ATM machine robbed us of 10,000 pesos today. That's the topic I'm going to talk about.
We walk all the way, going in there, going back. My goodness.
Let's get exercise. Don't trust ATM machines here in the Philippines. Man, how many videos have I done about this throughout all the years I've been coming here? Don't trust ATM machines here. I've done dozens of videos, you know. I think it's a sport here called ATM machine hunting. You can't just say, hey, let me run up and get some money out, right? Or, well, we'll pick up some money on the way out, you know, just going out to dinner or going to the mall or going out to have a drink. Yeah, let me swing by and pick up some money. It doesn't work like that here. I would say 70% of the time. 30% of the time, okay, all right, no big deal. But I got bad luck to start with. So I don't even know where to begin. I guess I'll tell the story of what happened today, and then I will just rehash the stories that I've told a million times. Some of y'all are gonna say, oh, you're just complaining. Folks, I'm not happy because it's a pain in the ass, all right? But all I can do is describe everyday life, specifically this guy's everyday life. The overstay road, as I call it. What's this channel about? It's about this guy's life living on what I call the overstay road. So, what happened today? Well, first I'll say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So some of you who have watched all of our videos, you've heard this story a dozen times, 15, 20 times, say 24 times. Ay. So we're gonna go to the SM, right? Pick up some stuff. And the SM, this little SM up here has a BDO, and that BDO branch has what, 2 or 3 ATMs out front. And usually you want to go to an ATM in this country that's out front of a branch during operating hours. It's safer to go inside the SM during normal business hours. They have all these armed guards up there. If there's an issue with the ATM machine, you can talk to the staff there. They're on it. So they have what, 2 or 3? I forget out front. Is it 2 or 3? It's 3?
Yeah,
okay,
3.
So
sometimes you have 4 in there.
Okay, so I think there's 3. There's either 2 or 3 out front. But the majority of the time, like today, only 1 was working.
Yeah, only
okay.
1.
So only 1 is working in front of the branch. Now, let me stick to safety. Why is it smart to only go to an ATM machine inside the SM during normal business hours when the bank is open? Okay, number one, when you step up to the plate at any ATM machine anywhere in the world, you're a target. Because you don't got to be a rocket scientist. The thieves don't have to be a rocket scientist. A thief doesn't have to be a rocket scientist to know that anybody stepping up to the plate at an ATM machine is going to walk away with cash. Everybody knows this. So if you go to one that's standalone on the street,
Can I on na? This noisy ba?
go right ahead, baby. They know the minute you step away, you're by yourself. You're an easy target. They can follow you a mile down the road before they hit you. You're easily marked. The difference in the SM is there's multiple entrances, there's security right there. Nobody's gonna jack you inside the ATM in front of the bank with about 6 crews rocking Mossberg 12 gauge pumps. So you're not gonna get jacked there. Now, if you came in one entrance, go out a different entrance. It's pretty hard to get marked. It's more difficult. They'd have to have a team of folks to mark you if you step up to the plate at the bank inside the ATM and then follow you out of there. Now, if you're a foreigner, they could just make the assumption, oh, he's got money. But you see what I mean? Whereas if you hit one of those ATMs on the street or down near Walking Street, everybody around knows you're loaded the minute you step away. Don't make no sense. You're advertising, hey, I got 10K in my pocket. I got 20K in my pocket. So safety-wise, SM, normal business hours, in front of the bank branch, okay? Safety-wise, and also if there's a problem, which I'm gonna tell you about. So today we go to the SM. Well, I gotta back up. There's so many moving parts to this. But let me just continue. In the SM, they have 2 more ATM machines at the main entrance that are BDO. Both of them are always offline. Okay, so out of 4, I can't remember if it's 4 or 5. Out of 4 or 5 BDO ATM machines, only 1 was working today, and that's usually what you get. Okay, now these are brand new machines inside the SM. So let's back it up. There's 2 machines over at the hospital. One's a Euronet, and one is a land bank. So I usually go to the Euronet, and the Euronet, in my experience, has never given me any problems. You know, occasionally it's out of money or what have you, but historically it's been the most reliable all around. Now, some people used to say, oh, their conversion rate's not as good. That's bullshit. It's all about the same, a couple pennies. Just make sure if you're taking money out, go to the left. It'll say, you know, go with the conversion rate or do not convert. You want to go left and say do not convert. If you choose their conversion rate, you will lose about 20 bucks, about 1,000 pesos if you're pulling 10K. So if you've never been here, you step up to the plate, it asks you that question, go with the conversion rate, it'll have the money, or it'll say do not go with their conversion rate. Does that make sense? It's usually on the left. Okay, so there's a Euronet, there's a land bank. What? So I go in there, there's a lady at the Euronet. I said, all right, fuck it. All right, let me hit the land bank. If something ain't broke, don't fix it. So while I'm stepping up to the plate, the lady to the right is getting frustrated with the Euronet. She's having problems over there. And That's my mistake, and I'll talk about that in a minute. I know these things. She's having problems with her machine. I've dumped my dumb ass, go ahead, try to get a tune out of that trombone. It starts going, all of a sudden, boom, it says you canceled the transaction. Here we go. So I pull my shit out, me and her exchange words, you know, she's pissed off, oh, this one's messed up. So we changed places. And I thought about it and I said, no, I'm not gonna do it. All right, I got bad luck. So I stepped out while she stepped up to the land bank ATM and tried to get a tune out of it. She was feeling froggy. We left up out of there, she was still fucking with the machine. Okay? And I'll tell you later in the story why, when I walked in there and saw that she was having problems with that machine, I should have left, even though they're separate machines. And it has to do with what? I'll tell it now. The fucking signal, the internet. If that machine is having problems, there's a good chance that it's an internet problem or a signal problem or whatever, which means every machine in there is gonna have a fucking problem because the signal's not good. Okay? So, I'll pause in the story and step back in time several years before I met Big Pumpkin. It's before I met you, right? Or were you with me? Anyhow, go to Bantayan Island. Now look, this is years ago. But years ago, there was no ATM machine in Santa Fe. You had to go to Bantayan Town. And they had 2 ATM machines. So I'm standing in line and I get up there and the person with the machine on the right was having problems. Is that what it was? Maybe I'm messing my story up here. Yeah, the person on the right was having problems. I think I went to the one on the left, same shit. Whatever, or there were transaction cancel. I go back, it took 10K out of my account. I thought it would drop off at midnight, it didn't. I had to get on the phone. Well, actually, no, back up. I went inside the bank, had to fill out a form, whatever, because I was there. And the manager said, okay, we'll contact you. I went back, got online, talked to my bank. By midnight that night, my bank had put the money back into my account. Okay? No big deal back then. It was a phone call. 6 months later, I get a call from the local bank saying, hey, sir, yeah, we finally processed your claim and we realized that the machine did not give you the money and we're working on it. I said, man, my bank put it back within 24 hours. That was 6 months ago. 6 months from the time I filled out that form that the local bank called me up. Yeah, there's a problem. No shit. All right, I already took care of it. What happened then is when one machine was on Globe, one machine was on Smart. Okay? And maybe I'm discombobulating the story, but the point is, if you see one machine start to have problems, especially if they're on the same signal, it's a signal problem and it's gonna be fucked up. So my dumb ass, when I saw them have a problem with the one machine, I should have disengaged. That had a happy ending other than the fact, you know, damn, I gotta go call my bank. Sketchy internet connection back then. It was just a pain in the ass. But I came out of that pretty much unscathed, got my money back. Down in Puerto Galera, I can't remember the amounts, folks, but it was like I asked for 5K, they gave me 3. How the hell does that happen? I don't know, but I got shortchanged on an ATM machine down there. It wasn't even worth my time because it was only like 40 bucks. I just ate it. Down in Cebu City, when they had those rolling brownouts where, you know, this part of the city had no electricity, then this part had no electricity for 4 hours. I'm standing there in an ATM machine, brrr, boom, all of a sudden brown out. And I'm just standing there. And luckily, the bank had just closed. The manager came out and said, hey man, it should reconcile, whatever. He said, if it don't, come back and see me tomorrow. Luckily, I went back, it reconciled, it worked itself out. Since then, until now, I play a game called ATM hunting. And if you saw our videos down in her hometown, there was only a handful of ATMs and we would make the rounds. Now look, yes, it's easier just to send your wife or send yourself the money on Western Union, Zoom. Well, okay, I get it, okay? I realize that. And I keep saying I will never hit an ATM machine again, but you think with technology and as time gets, goes past, that they'll iron out all these problems, and they just don't. They just don't. Go to 10 ATM machines here, there'll be 6 of them offline. The 7th one won't fucking work. There might be 2 that will work as they're supposed to. Okay, it's just the way it is. You don't go to the ATM on Saturdays or Sundays, on the weekends, they're always out, or first thing Monday morning. It's a pain in the ass. So I've had all kind of different experiences with ATM machines here over the years. And a lot of times I would do it just for the video, to show you everyday life, how it is. You can't just depend on, hey, I'm on my way to the airport, stop over here, man, let me pick up 10K. You can't depend on that. So what I've always told people throughout the years is if you move here, you come here on vacation, you always have 10K in your pocket. If you're going island hopping, have at least 20. Okay, if there's a brownout, the ATMs aren't gonna work. The problems that I just described, you never run your money down lower than 10K on a daily basis. Island hopping or traveling, I would even up it to 30K. Once you get down to 30K, you start ATM hunting, because it might take you a few days, especially on some of these small islands, to get some more money. Baby, I look back there, I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Have a lot of mosquitoes.
Yeah, we got some mosquitoes out here in the dirty kitchen. So what happens today? Old single dad's dumbass, just complacency. I've had good luck up there. And again, nothing against that Euronet. They're usually on time. But today we play that game. Like, all right, just go to the...
You go early lagi.
Go to the SM, right? So we walk to the SM, same shit. The 2 at the entrance are offline, got tape over them. They probably haven't been online for who knows how long. They got little cardboard signs. Go down to the bank, there's a line of about 9 people.
More than 8?
Maybe 10, 12, whatever it is. I wasn't in a big hurry. I told her, hey, take the kids to the CR, walk around for a minute, I'll wait in the line, no big deal. And that brings up another topic. If you have 12 people in line behind you, how many transactions can you or should you conduct without becoming that jackass? I say 2. If you have 12 people behind you, you do 2 transactions, I don't think nobody's gonna get pissed off. Any more than 2, you're a jackass, all right? So I'm in line, thinking of that. I'm like, man, I'll do a video about that. How many ATM transactions can you do without being a jackass? I get up there, try to get a tune out of that trombone, it won't work for whatever reason. Which I've experienced recently with BDOs. Never had a problem before. All right, whatever. Come back home, sit down at the computer, go look at the account, boom, it took the money out. Now, that's where we're at right now. It took the money out. And what I'm hoping is, at the end of the day, technology has caught up, that it will reconcile and it will drop off. You know how it's in pending transactions or whatever, got pending and then posted. So if I wake up in the morning and it's at posted, it stole my money, like the one on Bantayan Island. Okay. Now you got to file the claim. I don't know how long my U.S. bank will take these days. Back then it was pretty simple. But if you're going to try to file a local claim, hey, you took my money, fill out this form, it took 6 months back then. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at right now. I was pissed off, bigger than hell, because it's just a pain in the ass. Yeah, I'm gonna go in there and file the claim if they took it. It's just a pain in the ass that I don't have time for. But I am explaining to you everyday life that living here can be very frustrating. What to pack if you're gonna move to the Philippines? 2 big suitcases of patience and 1 large carry-on, maximum carry-on size of shut the fuck up. Okay? That's what you have to pack. Ow! You have to pack that if you're gonna move here. If you are not prepared to be patient with shit like this that happens routinely, I got bad luck, but I'm not the only one. I'm sure if you read the comments, there'll be other horror stories. It's just one of those things that's a pain in the ass that you ask yourself, why does this keep happening? Why in the year 2025 can't they fill up the fucking machines on the weekend? They know they're gonna get tapped out on Friday night or Saturday morning. Why can't they fill the motherfuckers up on Saturday, Sunday, or at least first thing Monday morning? Why do they not fix these machines that go down? A lot of them are brand new. You know, they're new machines. There's no reason they should be down other than they're not filling them up. I don't know. All I see is a little cardboard sign. Walk into these 7-Elevens that have them. Half the time you got a cardboard sign. Let me contrast this to Thailand, where I live. That's where I live. I'm on a temporary deployment here. And reminding myself of that is the only thing that keeps me sane these days. You will never have this problem in Thailand. Go pick any ATM, walk up there, it'll be done in 20 seconds. Give you your money, you're gone. Never have a problem there. But ATM machines here, don't trust them. I don't trust them. It's just a convenience that you cannot depend on. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at. Big Pumpkin just made some tuna fried rice. The babies love it. I love it. I put me some sauce on there. And it's absolutely delicious, and it's a quick meal. She just chops up, what'd you put, garlic, onions, tuna. So we're just having a quick supper tonight. But I thought I would share that with you.
To cook in.
My ATM frustrations continue. And I told her, just like I've told her every time I've got burnt, I'm not going to the ATM machine no more. You're going to Western Union because I'm not waiting in that line up there. Or you could just Zoom it to yourself. You can just do that. Got it, big pimping. But you know what? It would be nice just to be able to go and hit an ATM machine when you need to. Wouldn't that be nice just to pull that card out and put it in there and get your money out as it's designed? Yeah, that would be real fucking nice. But it don't happen here in the year 2025. Have they made progress? Yeah. But don't depend on it. Let me talk about Western Union for a second. This one here, I've sent her so much money. And a lot of these places have a 20K per day limit. So if you need more than that, she can only go up there and pull 19.5. Don't send more than 19.5. You get too close to 20, they get nervous. And then one of them said, oh ma'am, you've exceeded our limit for the month. You don't know what the limits are until you find out, you know, the hard way. So that's not always reliable. Down there, I would send her, if we needed money to pay the rent or going on a trip, whatever, I send her up there, send her 19.5, send her sister 19.5. That's what you have to do. You got to send a small army up there if you need a bunch of
But
cash
you
in a short period.
You cannot get in one shop only. You need to, if you send 2 people, then we go in the same.
There you go. If I'm the sender and I send to her and Flo, they cannot go to the same shop. She has to go to this Western Union, then you got to get in the trike, send her to another Western Union.
That's
It's a pain in the ass. When, as designed, you should just be able to walk up to the nearest ATM and get some money out. Now, a lot of these things are capped at 10 each. There's some that are up to 20. The best ATMs were over there at the casinos. It's a good place to go pull money. Plenty of security, right? Out front in the casino, good safe place
last time
to pull money.
Didn't give us.
Okay, well, there you go. For a while, I was going in there. You could pull, I don't know what it was, you know, trying to pay rent, whatever, 20, 25, 30. And then I go in there when I really need it and the machine don't fucking work like it did the last week and the week before. And you're like, here we go again. So I hope you learned something from this talk. I will probably update the video, the status tomorrow to let you know, did it automatically drop off or do I have to go in there and file a freaking claim, waste 15, 20 minutes on the laptop and then wait a few days, it's just a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass and you just don't think that you'll have to deal with those types of issues. I'm here to tell you, okay? It's gotten better, but it just ain't right, okay? Just don't trust it. Don't trust it. You know, you're about to go on a trip. Don't wait till the last minute. Don't let your money run below a certain amount, whatever you think is good for you. I'm not saying sit around the house with, you know, 50, 100K, whatever, and somebody breaks in. Don't. You told me to get some cash and I got robbed out of my safe. You got to make your own damn decisions.
Shit, you're dumb.
But I'm just telling you, don't rely on ATMs here. Don't rely on last minute. I guess the only thing good was I didn't try to put in 20. Then it would have ganked me for 20. But those machines probably won't let you go over 10.
Yeah.
How much is 10? It's like less than $200, like $190, whatever it is. 100.
Sige, ayaw bala ng mosquito, Noy.
Okay, are you done cooking?
Ooh.
All right, why didn't you say something?
Babush.
All right, folks, we're gonna go
Open the
eat.
door back in there.
We're gonna go eat because we're out here in the dirty kitchen and been getting hit with some mosquitoes since these rains stopped. But there you go. Let me know if you've had any horror stories with ATM machines. Put it down in the comments for others to learn from. But there you go. Everyday life ain't always perfect, no matter where you live in the world. I get it. Could you have the same problem in America or maybe even Thailand? It's certainly possible, but it's never happened to me. The only place it's happened to is right here on multiple occasions. There you go. I feel much better now. So I've said many times, I don't need a therapist. I just fire up this camera and I talk to you through that lens. And after I'm done talking, I feel much better. I was pissed off. I was just fucking came back. I knew it too. I knew it for some reason because what it did when it brrr, and then it just flashed that screen that said you have canceled the transaction. I didn't touch nothing. And then it went back to normal, and that girl, you know, went over there and tried to get a tune out of it. She probably faced this, you know, ended up with the same problem if I had to guess. I would say that the problem is due to signal issues, especially when both machines, different banks have the same problem. And some of these little rooms that they put these things in are so hot, they're like saunas. And they can't be good for the system, right? You know how it is. Your computer gets so hot that sometimes it don't want to work right. I think that's a problem too, because most of these little things are not air conditioning. They're just inside glass, and you walk in there and you're gonna come out just sweat from head to toe. So imagine what the electronics are doing in there when they're on 24 hours a day and getting baked inside a sauna. Who knows? I'm not an ATM expert. I'm just telling you everyday life. Okay, so we'll see how the saga goes. I'll let you know what happened. Did I have to file a claim? Did it get reconciled automatically? Life will go on. Okay, in the grand scheme of things, if that's the worst that's happened to me today, it's a good day. But it's still just a pain in the ass. Top 10 places to retire. Boracay, Chiang Mai.
Food is ready.
All right, I'm coming. All right, I'm out of here, folks. We'll see y'all on the next one. Stay tuned to find out what happened to that 10K. But right now, balance, 10K lighter, showing pending. And then I guess midnight will tell the tale whether I got to do battle. Because I'm getting my 10K back. My gosh. What a pain in the ass. All right. I'm out of here. Peace out. Amen.
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 All right, I gotta get some sauce on mine. All right, got a little sweet chili sauce. Who wants Thousand Island? No? Nobody wants anything? One guy got to have the gravy. Now, Forrest G, can I hold your toys, man, while you eat? There you go. Just put them right there, man. Finish eating. Messed around and somehow or another got this plant-based Thousand Island salad dressing. I didn't pay attention because it's like small letters, but it's pretty good. It almost tastes like it's got bacon bits in there, which we got some before that had bacon bits or whatever, but this don't say nothing about bacon bits. It just says plant-based. That's why at first I didn't realize that wasn't what I bought. Anyhow. All right, how's the food, everybody?
Delicious.
Delicious? Mm-hmm. Anybody want some sweet chili sauce? Mm-hmm. There you go. Tuna fried rice. Only cost us 10K.
Turn out 10.
Mm-hmm.
Tastes like tuna.
They have tuna in there.
That's good.
Quick meal. Just tuna fried rice.